And then, of course, we're just going to eat that blocker, make more zombies. And then he didn't want to stick it. He couldn't look at it. He couldn't look at it, man. We just started eating ghosts, and he had to look away. Look away. Welcome back, everybody, to the show. I am your host, as always, J Villain, aka That Villain J. And tonight we have a very special treat for you. We have zombies again, but a little bit of a twist on zombies. You could even call it a monster mash if you wanted to, if you were so inclined. It's almost October. We're getting into spooky season. About the time that we do the mash, the monster mash, for a little twist on our classic zombos. My puppets. We're going to use Poppet Stitcher and a lot of other tokens that we're going to generate from Sedgemoor Witch using all of these lovely zombie-themed instants and sorceries. And I'm going to show you how to do it. But before we do that, before we get into all of that, I need you to do something for me, which is, of course, tenderly press that like button, gently press that subscribe button, or else the like and subscribe will come and attack you, and he will maul you brutally with his werewolf claws. And you gotta watch out for that. Join us on our stream every night at twitch.tv/thatvillainj for all the live streaming goodness. It is September for only a few more days. If you want to join me on the live stream and sub, you get a discount only this month. And you too can spam the like and subscribe emoji in the chat, as my chat is doing right now. You can check out our Discord, where we have all the latest news and information regarding decks and MTG. And of course, this deck and all the others can be found on my AetherHub down in the description below. Check it out there and check out my other decks and follow me down there. So what are we looking at, guys? Well, we're looking at a pretty standard Dimir zombie. But we're going to do a few key changes here that's really going to shake it up. And a few cards that I didn't get to use before. Champion of the Perished, probably one of the best zombies cards in standard right now. If you're running zombies, you're running him. He's going to be standard for a long time. 1/1, whenever the zombie enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on Champion of the Perished. He is fantastic. He will do it. Remember, that's a zombie that's not just play a zombie token, cast a zombie card. It's any zombie enters the battlefield, so token counts too. Crawl from the Cellar. This one, guys, is worth it just for bringing stuff back from your graveyard, because a flashback with graveyard stuff for a common card, one, you get to bring one card back from your graveyard to your hand, which I normally don't like, but for cheap I do. You put a 1/1 counter on a zombie token you control, which is always useful, and then you can play flashback on it. I like to sacrifice early zombies like Shambling Ghast and bring them back from the graveyard, but this is a solid card at common. Eaten Alive. Well, if we're running zombies, man, we're not using Infernal Grasp. Infernal Grasp is for demons, okay? And it's very important that your removal match thematically with your deck. Don't listen to anybody who says, oh, but there's certain removal cards that are better. No. Bloodchief's Thirst is for vampires, Infernal Grasp is for demon decks, and Eaten Alive is for zombie decks. That's just the way it is, man. I don't make the rules. As additional cost to this spell, sacrifice a creature or play that extra mana cost. Don't worry, we are going to have plenty of things to sacrifice. We are going to have plenty of things to sacrifice. Don't worry about that. And it's an exile, so it's not even to destroy. We get rid of it completely. Rotten Reunion. This is a good instant. I like to flash this in because it can give 1/1 to Champion the Parish suddenly. It also removes things out of the graveyard, and it also has flashback. So it's an easy way to make some cheap zombies. Only 2 of them, that's fine. And remember, you do want some instants and sorceries. That's going to be key here, and I'll show you in a little bit. Shambling Ghast, I mean, any black deck, anything that's running black should be running this card at this point. Dungeons and Dragons, 1/1 zombie token. Brave the Stench, -1/-1 till the end of turn. And then, of course, Search the Body, create a treasure token. Fantastic. Really, really good stuff here. It helps you ramp with that extra thing, and it's great sacrifice fodder. Startle. I don't think a lot of people are working on this, man. This is a lot of stuff. For mana economy, man, This is a lot of stuff for mana economy. 1 blue and 1. Creature gets negative, -2, -2, -0. Create a zombie with Decayed, and you draw a card. That's a lot of stuff, man. You can pull off a lot of shenanigans with this by doing something that's going to block Champion of the Parish. Well, guess what? When the zombie hits the board, Champion of the Parish gets 1/1. They get -2, and you get to draw a card. I like a little Startle in there. Of course, it's an instant, and that's going to help our instant and sorcery runs that you're going to see in a second. Deadly Dispute. Yeah, the 1-card combo meal. Thank you, Raven. Deadly Dispute is addition to cost, sacrifice an artifact or creature. No artifacts in this deck, but we have creatures. We're going to have plenty of pests, and we're going to have plenty of zombies to sacrifice. More treasure, more card draw. You're going to want to make sure that you're going to get card draw because you're going to want to keep the good times rolling. Hunt for Specimens. Again, here's where we get into the pesty stuff. Create a 1/1 black and green pest creature token. When this creature dies, you gain 1 life. Fantastic stuff. We're also going to learn, which is going to take us to our sideboard here. Again, sacrifice a creature, exile someone. Again, almost the same thing as Eaten Alive. 2 Necrotic Fumes. 3 Pest Summonings will help us put more creatures on the board. If you want to change one of these up, you certainly can. You can put a another lesson. If you want to put one of those mana fixers in there, I'm not mad at you if you want to put in environmental sciences. 2 Pest Summonings for more pesties. Again, these are all sorceries, so they are going to trigger our instant sorceries. I have a little bit additional removal for more exile. We really want to exile things. Really just make things all the way gone. So whatever you want in your sideboard, but I recommend this. So Bladestitched Skaab. We don't really need too many of these guys. If you want to load up on him and get rid of some other stuff, you certainly can. But I didn't want to lean too heavily on him. There's a lot of stuff going on there. And he just looks like a massive flesh in a coat. Which really at the end of the day, aren't we all? So we don't need too many of him, but he does help push a little bit. Flip the Switch. I cannot tell you how many times this card has saved my life. Counter target spell unless its controller plays 4. Create a 2/2 black zombie token with Decayed. Works every time, as Barton the Stitcher says. Fantastic stuff here. You get more zombies and you counterspell. If you're running Dimir without counters, you're doing it wrong. Fantastic stuff here. And speaking of Stitchers, Poppet Stitcher. He is going to be one of our big ones. And Puppet Factory. Let me explain to you how this works. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, create a 2/2 black zombie token with Decayed. He is a 2/3 human wizard. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 3 or more creature tokens, you may transform Puppet Stitcher. Now we have Puppet Factory. Creature tokens you control lose all abilities and have a base power and toughness of 3/3. Really, 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 really interesting stuff here, because that means all of our decayed zombies become 3/3, and they're no longer decayed, guys. Big brain time here, huh? Big brain time here. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may transform it back in case you just want to create more puppets with Puppet Stitcher. But if you have multiple of these on the board, you only need 1 Puppet Factory running, and then 3 Stitchers or 2 Stitchers if you can. Every time you play one of these instants or sorceries, you have more and more stuff coming out of the assembly line here. And of course, to finish off, when we're talking about casting spells and getting creatures, we're talking about Magecraft Sedgemoor Witch. Goth Girlfriend, number 3 or number 4, I can't remember. 3/2 Menace, Ward 3 life. People will spend their last life to get rid of this lovely lady here, and she always comes back. That's why we have Crawl from the Cellar. You can crawl anything from the cellar. It doesn't necessarily have to be a zombie. It just boosts zombies. So when they kill Sedgemoor Witch, guess what? Bring her back to your hand, cast her again, and make them kill her over and over and over again. Make them spend all their life on killing her. Whenever you cast a copy of an instant or sorcery, create a 1/1 black and green pest creature token. When this creature dies, you gain 1 life. Guess what? Those are creature tokens. They count towards Puppet Stitcher. They also turn into 3/3s that lose their abilities. Fantastic stuff there. So you're going to build a whole army with repetitive recursion here. That's why we want some of these things with that can be with what's it called? With flashback that you can cast from the graveyard, because you're going to want to get multiple castings of some of these spells to trigger that instant and sorcery effect. 8 islands. We don't need as much blue as we need black. 8 islands, 9 swamps. It's a pretty cheap deck. 4 Clearwater Pathways. If you want to do those other swampies things too, you certainly are more than welcome to. What are they called? It's called the Shipwreck Marsh. If you want to throw those in, yeah, go for it. Somehow I ended up with a playset of them. You kind of want to move fast, so you don't really, maybe don't want those 100% because you have to, those are kind of for late game. So that's fine. But if that's the only double card you have, hey, go for it. Really don't need snow either. Check it out. 1.8. This is a cheap deck, guys. This is aggro, aggro, aggro. Only 18 creatures because, you know, I try to keep it 20 creatures. Guess what, guys? We're going to create so many tokens, you're not even going to need the creatures. You're going to realize. Heavier on the black than the blue, 1.8. 18 creatures, 10 zombies, 4 wizards, 4 warlocks, 2 soldiers, and 8 humans. Human and zombie alliance here. Sneaky human deck. 11 instants, 10 sorceries. Again, you want to trigger those 8 creatures, the zombie, the wizards, and the warlocks that are going to create tokens whenever you cast those instant sorceries. So you want to have a lot of interaction with there. 21 lands total, probably more than we need, especially considering we have treasure creation. If you wanted to go down to 20 lands, I just was droughting. I always worry about droughting mana. You could probably go down to 20 because we are only running 1.8. If we look at it in an alternate view here, you can see that we're really easy. 1, 2, and 3. Heavy on the 1s, medium on the 2s, and lights on the 3s. But these are our big ones. Flip the Switch is going to help us always keep that cuff to get rid of stuff. Poppet Stitcher and Sedgemoor Witch are our main engine here, our main factory, if you will. If you'll allow me that little pun, that we're going to use to create our tokens to really, really start pushing everything forward. So that's what we're looking like here. We had fantastic success actually in Mythic. So let's see how that goes again, and let's rip up those Mythic ranks. I'm trying to hit 90 again before the season ends, so let's see if we can do it. My puppets. So, on that topic, there's something in D&D. There's moonshots. People get, I call them siren feats. There's these feats that you can get. It's like, oh, if you take these 3 other feats, and after you take those 3 other feats, you can take this feat if you have an 18 strength and 3 sets of skills in this. But what it lets you do is after you kill someone, you can make, you can get a free double damage hit on blah, blah, blah. And that sounds good. But the thing is when in circumstance, you've paid so much, you've gone deep down this skill tree, and you've got nothing for it because you've essentially just, you've got such a circumstance. If this happens, and if this happens, you can do this certain thing. I don't like that. Again, you could just take something else that is, do XYZ and you get XYZ. Do X and Y happens. You know, take a -2 to get +3 to damage. Fine. Hey, Redeemer, thank you for coming by, man. Hopefully we get a blue card there. There we go. Counter spell. Oh, he did that one. Exactly, 13 life. So you get these cards that have really cool effects. Like, if your opponent plays an instant, you may pay 3 life, then draw a card. If the card is an instant or sorcery, you can pay it for free. Oh, wow, I can play cards for free. Wow, that's really cool. Yeah, if all this crazy shit happens in a row, which it won't. Do you know? Do you know what I mean? That's not going to happen. Like, that situation is not going to happen, you know? I don't really like situational stuff. If there's a card that says, if your opponent has less than 10 life, all your creatures gain menace. Okay, I mean, that's not very good. That's not helping me. You know, let's see the expressive iteration. There we go. There we go. Expressive Iteration. Why don't we go ahead and flip the switch on that one? You don't need that. That's for suckers, man. Yeah. I can Mycin. No, thank you. You cannot Mycin. But yeah, so beware of very situational things, guys. That's my 2 cents. I don't trust too much. That is, if you do this and this, you can maybe pull this combo off. Hey, look at that. We leveled up. Mortality Spear, very cool. That'll go to the vault. Let's open this pack real quick. Let's see what we got here in this pack. Hopefully a rare wild is really what I'm looking for. And it's Rite of Harmony. This is like probably the 4th Rite of Harmony that I've got, which I'm never going to use. Alright. This probably won't be the last Zombo deck that I run, by the way. So I hope you're in the mood for some Zombos, because I still got Snow Zombos coming up. So be wary of that. Corbin Dallas 5th edition. Cool name. Sorry we gotta fight, my guy. Shambling Ghast, there you go. People sleep on whatchamacallit, man. On a Vengeful Strangler, man. They are not paying attention to Vengeful Strangler. You want the token, or you want the token, don't you? Yeah, you want the token. No Nothing Gaming, how you doing, man? Thank you for following, my guy. I'm interested to see what the new season brings. Mono white, yeah, mono white is a little bit sad right now, man. I gotta be honest. Mono white is a bit of a sad boy. Okay, so why don't we why don't we dispute? All right. That we can agree on. But, okay, so we can put down Poppet Stitcher, Auto Pay, and then, of course, we can sacrifice a creature, and then, of course, we can Auto Pay, and then we can sacrifice this little guy here. Oh, poor little guy right there. Poor little guy. Oh, look, we got more Zombos and crazy stuff out. Yeah, that's what we want. And then we swing in. Oof. What is the one new card that they add? Oh, he's got more power on his Death Priest. Alright, well, that's not really going to help. So we're going to do this. Adversary, yeah. And look at that. Okay, there you go. This is, okay, in case you're wondering what the deck is supposed to do, this is what the deck is supposed to do, by the way, guys. So just in case you were curious, what is Jay's deck is supposed to do? This right here, you see this? That's what's supposed to happen. Oh, but they're gonna blast you. Well, he don't have the mana yet to blast me, so he's done. Prime time. Man, you're preaching to the choir, Prime time. You are preaching to the choir, man. I still see people running the stock standard Rogue Mill, man. And I'm thinking to myself, Rogue Mill's been for the last 18 months since Zendikar came out. Zendikar came out, I want to say a year ago. And you haven't got off that. Like, how many times have you played that deck? 400, 500, 600 times, 1,000 times? Man, I get bored of a deck after 50 plays, to be honest. And everybody just gravitates to the most broken combos, man. Listen, I'm a, what is it called? It's not a Spike. It's not a Timmy. Is it a Johnny? It's not a Vorthos. I'm a crafter. I like to build decks. That's the main reason I play this game, is so I can, another Exile, yeah. People love Exile. That's the main reason I play this game, is so I can craft interesting new decks and see how they play out. And I like the themes behind them, and I like the stories, and I like the challenge. Like my all-female black deck, my Goth Girls deck. Those literally came out of the idea of, is it possible to build a deck that's entirely actually Goth Girls? Yeah, it is. You can make an all-female tribal deck that really beats people's ass in. That's funny. That's awesome to me that you can do that. That Magic is that expansive and fun that you can make an all-female deck and it works. You know, does it win as much as mono white? No, probably not. But this is a deck building game. You know, as I don't know. Sedgemoor Witch. Okay, there it is. All right, so let's do. I got an idea. All right, we're gonna do that then. Yeah, that's true, Primetime. And they can't even really even say that they're a good player. They can say, you know, they basically just copied a deck, you know. Because some people can't even do it with top tier decks. I've told this story a million times, and I really need to make a video of me retelling this story. So back in 1999, I believe, 98, 99, around that time, they used to sell the Champions deck that you could buy, okay? Used to be able to sell the Champions deck. Whoever won the Grand Prix that year, you could buy a gold-bordered version of the Champions deck, okay? You go to the store and buy it. It had his signature on it, and it let you, you know, it was the Champions deck. It was the deck that won the championship that year. One year, my buddy Ben, somebody I played Magic with, said, man, you know, I have here in my hands the Champions deck. So I'm going to win every single game because this is the deck that won the World Grand Prix. You know, what could be better than this deck? You know, what could do better? Exactly. But my buddy is not the world champion player, is he? He's not the world champion player. So that idea, he got his ass kicked a whole bunch. And he was like, I don't know what's wrong. This deck must not really be that good. And the point is he's not the world champion. Like I said, he is somebody else. He is a different player. You can't just download the best deck. You have to know how to pilot it. The same way that I've said 100 times, you can't drive my car without changing a few things. I see this a lot. I did a lot of musician stuff. I wouldn't call myself a musician, but I know how to play the drums, and I've played with bands before. I've played live concerts. Not really professionally. I've played sometimes for, you know, gig money or whatever, but and you see a lot of times in in whatchamacallit, in music you see this, people say, I need the best guitar, I need the best equipment, because that's going to help me be a better player, and it won't. If you're a good guitar player, you could play on $100 Ibanez and be fantastic. It doesn't matter, because you can make anything work if you're really good at your craft. Now, you can be even better if you have good equipment. The same reason that putting someone behind the wheel of a Lambo isn't going to make them a race car driver. That's a bad idea, because you don't know what you're doing. You're going to end up hurting somebody if you're behind the wheel of a Lambo. You know, you could be a professional race, and that's true, Redacted. You could be a professional race car driver and behind the wheel of a Lambo, and it's not even your Lambo. You're still not going to know how to drive it well, because it was not yours. It's not set up to you. So that is my little preach about what's going on and standard and everything else. So. So, the end of the day, what I always say, my decks are not for, don't copy paste them exactly. I will never tell you, copy paste this deck exactly. I'll never tell you that. Make adjustments. Please, please make adjustments. Absolutely. And I see that so often too. You don't know how many times somebody tells me, Jay, I ran your deck and I only got about 50% win rate. I'll tell them, oh, why don't you try to? They're like, I don't draw enough mana. I don't feel like I'm getting enough mana. I'm like, put some more mana drops in it. You'll do better. And they put more mana drops in. They go, yeah, I've just started doing a lot better because I got mana drops in it now. Thanks, Jay. And I'm like, yeah, it was, you know, it was that, my guy. You know. I asked someone if it was possible to give me zombies death touch in standard. Why would you do that when you just make a zombie deck? My thought was it's easy to create decayed zombies. They would be much better with death touch, but I guess it was a bad idea, not worth any time. Yuki Pico, that's not necessarily true. What the hell did he cast? I can't even fucking see the stack. Plumb the Forbidden? Let's cancel that. So there's nothing that mass gives things death touch as far as I know. All creatures you control gain death touch. The idea behind a zombie is that a zombie is a disposable soldier. So the idea that you're going to use an enchantment on a zombie that's going to die anyways is not great. That's kind of the issue that you're running into. Is it's not that great of an idea because on its face, it's like putting high-end electronics on a bullet. Like, it's a bullet, man. It already does its job. You don't need to add anything special to make it more bullety. All right, really got screwed on that one. Very similar deck to mine, but I kept drawing. I got a little bit flooded and just didn't get the removal I needed. Yeah, Sereth with Golgari zombies. Yeah. Well, Death Baron. Yeah, if you're gonna go historic. Death Baron is very good. Lord of the Undead, I think, is a very old card. Sereth, you can do Sereth Golgari zombies. So yeah, if you want to do, yeah, I'm trying to, yeah, that's the one that does Mass Death. I made a deck about it. How did I not remember Mass Death Touch? Sereth is your best bet. I could add Sereth to this deck if I wanted to make it Soul Tie, and it would be very, very dangerous. Yeah, I think Death Baron is historic. It's not a bad idea, Yuki. You are gilding the lily a little bit. You are kind of you're kind of accelerating something that you know, it's like adding flying to zombies. Yeah, it's better, but you know. I'm surprised no one's done Trample Death Touch Fin Skeletons. I guess I have to then, huh? But hey, man, I'm not gonna limit you, Yuki. Do you, man? Build it, man. Have fun. Gild the lily. I'm just telling you why people are gonna say that. All right. Oh, okay. Probably. Oh, Selfless Paladin. Okay. You don't see dungeons too much in Mythic. No attacks. Hey, Ripley, how you doing, man? Sacrifice creature. Get rid of you. Auto pay. What do I want? I want that dead. I create another one. Uh-oh. Sereth humans and Flynn's will work too, man. Poisonous assassins. Man, I wish that that Cobra was still there. Death Hood Blightfang. I wish he was still around. I miss Death Hooded Blightfang. He's such a cool guy. He was so cool and handsome. Target one zombie I control. Create the thingies. And then we put one of those down. And then, of course, we push the tempo and Mance the Necro. I love you, Hooded Blightfang, wherever you are. Just know that, Hooded Blightfang. I love you. One hell of a snake, man. I love swinging in with Hooded Blightfang and Veto on a Death Toucher. Chef's kiss, man. Chef's kiss. Chef's freaking kiss. Crawl from the cellar. Yeah. You, zombie I control. Look at that. Oh, wow. It's one of those. Do that. And that. Alright. Push one of those in. One of those in. One of those in. He's with Vito, yeah. He's in your modern Fin deck right now. I guess he's not gone for some of us. Some of us are, man, what are you talking about, man? I just saw who to play thing the other day. He was balling, man. Well, y'all crazy, man. The Mad Mage. Okay. He went in the wrong dungeon here, man. Oh, he might have completed one. All right, that's the wrong move. You don't want that to die because it's just going to end up killing your creature. And we take that away. You don't need that anymore. That's for suckers. That's like the undercoating they try to sell you at the dealership, man. It's only suckers buy that stuff. Oh, please, man. Play a sacrifice and play something to get -4 off that. Kaiser Maya. How you doing, Kaiser Maya? Bloodchief's Thirst. Alright. Okay. Creature into the end of turn. Yeah, we'll go do that. We don't need a blocker. He's going to learn. He can pull something out from his sideboard, which is fine. Environmental Sciences. Gain a little life there. We're just going to draw him a card. Okay. Alright. So what do? We crawl from the cellar. Other zombies you control gain a thing. Submit 0. Gain life. Boof. There we go. Zombie Skaab. And he's out of there. Kaiser Maya's out of there. You just got robbed at your Dodge dealership. Yeah. So you can see the combo potential of this deck if the shuffler actually wants to cooperate and give you the cards that you've loaded into the deck. Generally speaking, it will only do that sometimes. For the most part. Frostbite Snarl. Okay, I'm getting a lot of snarls this. I had to spend so many wilds on the pathways. You guys have no idea, man. I don't think I drew but 2 pathways. And I have a playset for all the pathways, so that's 40 wilds. I probably spent 38 wilds on pathways. That's not a good look, my guys. Welcome one and all here to people who have come out to watch me play video game. I come no speak. Jay no speak. Okay, there we go. Welcome everybody, young and old, who have come. Redacted, I don't think you've unlocked the Villain Sunglasses booth. Omega Jep, who else is here? PS4 Gamer, I see you, man. Proved himself not to be a bot the other day. Yuki Pico, Zilla Beast, Plasma Fan, I see you lurking. Buggy Man. Alright, let's do this. Let's do that. Let's get that. There we go. Hey, Ripley, thank you for coming by, man. Expressive Iteration. Didn't I just play this? Somebody must have posted this, man. Could somebody go on AetherHub and see which streamer or YouTuber just posted this deck, man? This is the 3rd time I've played this tonight. This is an Expressive Iteration. Oh my goodness. Alright, well, let's do this. Hit. Sack. Right, create a treasure token. There we go. Draw. Put down a thingy. And put down a thingy. End it. They did that. They do a special where it's called the unlock thing or whatever. I can't remember what it's called. It's called the whatchamacallit? Standard Exploso. I can't remember. And it's you have all the cards unlocked and it's unranked and it's like a special thing that you can do. Alright, let's do that. Okay. Of course we do Eaten Alive. There we go. Sacrifice a creature. That. Sacrifice that. Naturally. And then, of course, we want to discard a card. Let's get rid of Explosive Iteration out of the graveyard. Yeah, it's a cool thing. You have all the standard no limit. Yeah, that's what it is. Standard no limit. You can do whatever you want. Yeah, you can challenge a friend. Well, we have a friends list right here. Let's see who's online. And Jay's happy friend list. Yeah, sack your life, man. That's what I like. Right here. Who's online? Charles, Mosh, Thunderbolt Ross, and Yukibiko. So we are going to crawl from the cellar, naturally. We want Sedgemoor Witch back. Zombie I control. Counterspell? No. Let's see. Counterspell? No. Okay. You gonna spend more life to get rid of that? Go, Zombo. There we go. Decayed. Yeah, if you put your tags, we have a whole place in Arena. You can put your tags. Some people, when I'm on during the day, they challenge me. I fight them. If they catch me at the right time, man, it's no big deal. Whatever, you know. It's all good. All right. Please play. Oh yeah, pay 3. Yes, pay 3 life, man. That's what I want. That's what I want. Pay 3 life. Yes, keep paying 3 life for that guy. Just keep doing it over and over and over again. You'll get it eventually. All right. Let's see here. Rotten Reunion. Let's do that. We have enough for flip the switch, swing in. All right. And turn. All right, let's see. He's going to do something big here. Nope, he's not going to do anything. All right. What is he going to do? He's literally going to do nothing. Alaroon's Epiphany. Guess what, bud? You don't get that. We don't let that around here. Nice work, though. Good game, though. Really appreciate you bringing a Treasure Alaroon's Epiphany. I really appreciate you bringing a Treasure Alaroon's Epiphany to this game. But not this time, buddy. Not this time. That's why we keep those cuffed, guys. That's why we keep that. Got to keep that in a holster, man. You never know when they're going to try to pull that Alaroon's crap. Got to flip that switch on him. Poncho Dog, he liked it. That guy liked it. He gets it. I just saw a Vegeta meme, and I think I saved it on my phone, and I meant to send it to you. I can't remember. What was it, man? Might have been a Goku meme. This is a terrible hand. Mulligan this. I can't remember. You're going to have to get it tomorrow, Lord Vegeta, but you're in the queue. Will River challenged me and then never came back, so I don't know what happened to him. Let's get rid of Crawl from this. Let's do that. Shambling Ghast. MTG Goldfish. Okay, well, there you go. Let's see if he lets it go. I did not play Will. Let's see who's on the queue right now. Let's see who's on the queue right now. Will and whatchamacallit, Vegeta. I believe that's his name. Is Vegeta? Am I saying that right? I don't know if I'm saying that right. Sacrifice creature. You're not going to ramp. Oh, wait. Cancel. Okay, so this is how we're going to do this. Watch this. Sacrifice a creature. Target that. Sacrifice him. See this? This is called the twofer. This is how you know you're doing work. Look at this. Look at that. I don't even know if I'm going to win this game because of that. But it was pretty funny. You got to admit. Let's put that down. I'm messing with you, man. I'm messing with you, my guy. All right, let's do this. All right. There we go. We don't want to use Crawl from the Cellar yet because we want to hold on to that Poppet Stitcher right there. Cancel. No attacks. We need to block that. All right, so let's see if he can bring out something. Let's see. The big boy. Yeah, you don't need that. That's for suckers. That's a ripoff, man. Gigantosaurus. I had one of them once. They're no good. They're no good. Uh-oh. Somebody just angry attacked me. Yeah, you thought your mono green was going to be it, didn't you? You said, my mono green is going to be it. This is going to be it, guys. This is going to be it. I'm going to make it to the major leagues. I'm going to do it, boys. All right. Out. There you go. Out. Swinging. Oof. Legend did one. Is it, you mean? 3 days ago. H did in the last 2 weeks. One yesterday. Is it Ramper? There we go. DJ Kamikamoko. Jim Henson. Vegeta. Yeah, that's the... If you're not screaming it, that's not the right way to say it. You actually have to yell that. Vegeta. You got that shirt, man, that says training to beat Frieza, and it has a picture of Vegeta on it lifting weights? Or who did it say? Training to beat Frieza, or at least Krillian? I can't remember. It was pretty funny. It's like a gym t-shirt. Training to beat Goku? Oh, is that what it is? Okay. I've seen some different ones. There's a few of them, I think. Two mana Alarunes is insane. 2 mana Alarunes. Interesting, man. Interesting. All right. We're really working people with this one. Let's keep going. When I see that tweet from that dude, he said, man, Vegeta already beat Goku, man. He's got a banging wife who's a billionaire tech entrepreneur or whatever, and he's got his son is cooler, and he's already got him beat. It was really funny. I need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. I need it. Alright, we got another ramp to green. Oh, a Selesnya. A Selesnya second spell. Look at that, ladies and germs. My turn. It's Sedgemoor Witch, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, Sedgemoor Witch. Let's put down Puppet instead. No attacks. It's going to be Battle of the Tokens right now. That's what it's going to be. Loyal Warhound, okay. I know a little. I used to watch Dragon Ball. Oddly enough, I started watching Dragon Ball before even Z was out. When I was a little kid, I watched Dragon Ball. So, Eaten Alive or Deadly Dispute. Let's do... Ooh, that's a tough one. Let's do Sedgemoor Witch then, because I have nothing I really want to sacrifice right now. I watched the original Dragon Ball. I watched Z. For some reason, I watched GT. I don't even remember why I decided to watch GT. I mean, but didn't everybody on the face of the earth watch Z? Like, I think, like, you know, doesn't the government just sit you down when you turn 12 and make you watch Dragon Ball Z and, like, this is what your life is now? Alright, so we got to do some stuff here. We got to do Eaten Alive. Sacrifice a creature. We're going to get rid of that one. Sacrifice him. Let's do this. Sacrifice that. Hit. Oh, draw. Okay. And then we put down... do we want a Shambling Ghast or we want it Eaten Alive? Let's do an Eaten Alive. Sacrifice creature. We hit that. We don't need that. Auto pay. We do this. Sacrifice him. Submit one. Watch G.I. Joe and Transformers. Yeah, that was your other option. Man. You could go east or west. You could do one or the other, but one of them was going to shape your adult life. Which one you want? You want Dragon Ball? You want G.I. Joe? It's got to be one. It's one or the other, guys. It's going to be one or the other, folks. You know, it's going to happen. So, you know. All right. So let's block that. Semi-perfect. You're either perfect or you're not me. Nice. So let's do... Do we want to do Stitch Skaab? Yeah, let's do Stitch Skaab. Let's do that. Let's push. Now that's what you call a problem. Oof. Oh, look at those hits, man. Oh, we are the station that plays the hits. WJVL, the station that plays the hits, man. That's right, you're decayed. Guess what? They're not decayed anymore. They lose all their abilities. You can use them forever now. Oh, that's the swing. That's the swing, ladies and gentlemen. That's the big Hail Mary. Let's stop one of these guys from coming in. There we go. Alright, let's create a treasure. Alright. They lose all their abilities. So they're no longer decayed when Puppet Stitcher. They become... All creature tokens become 3/3 and lose all their abilities. He misplayed his hand here. He wanted to hit Containment Breach, and now he can't. Oh, there he can. He can do it like that. And he'll have one guy out. So that's good. He's got one blocker. That's great. I'm really happy he found that one blocker. So what we're going to do is we're going to eat that blocker alive. You know, as you do. And then, of course, we're just gonna eat that blocker, make more zombies. And then he didn't want to stick it. He couldn't look at it. He couldn't look at it, man. We just started eating ghosts, and he had to look away. Look away. Don't watch. Don't watch. No. No, don't watch. I can't watch him eat my ghosts. Oh, I'm like Pac-Man up in this bitch, eating blue ghosts left and right. Y'all don't even know. Oh, man. I'm having a good time with this deck. Absolutely. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to leave it there. We had a fun night tonight with puppets, man. Really fun deck, man. This might be my go-to. This might be my new go-to. So you want to get your Poppet Stitcher. It's not Golgari. I know it looks like Golgari. I might even take those out just so it doesn't read as Golgari because I have it in the sideboard and, you know, no good there. But damn fine deck, guys. Damn fine deck. Does very well in Mythic. Very fun to play. A lot of fun interactions. Definitely recommend it, guys. If you're already bored with zombies and you want to do something a little different, hey, try this puppet deck with Sedgemoor Witch, none other than herself. A lot of interaction, a lot of instants of sorcery, still using Magecraft, and a lot of fun things like that. So keep that in mind. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one. The word of the day is going to be puppet, naturally. You had to know that. Until next time, guys, I've been Jay Villain, and you've been great. Bye-bye.